Dave Smith here. It's been a while since I've made a video, and I'm finding it quite difficult to find videos to make whilst we're in lockdown, if I'm being honest. Excuse me, plenty going on here. I'm just not sure much of it is video worthy. Getting close. I made a UV exposure unit recently, and that's going to enable me to get back to printing. So I'm here with these palladium prints because that's where I was intending to start with the printing. I have several printing ideas, but I looked into palladium printing and my goodness, the palladium has shot up in price. So I'm going to use up the palladium solutions that I've got left in calotype printing, which is actually a silver nitrate iron-based process, and then you use palladium chloride to replace the silver with palladium in a toning bath. Still expensive, but much cheaper than making straight palladium prints. You still end up with a palladium print, of course, because the palladium metal replaces the silver metal. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. When I've got everything together for that, I'll make some printing videos about that process. But what I'm really looking forward to is the end of lockdown, and I don't imagine I'm alone in that. But at the end of lockdown, I've got various sort of field trips planned, and I'll make some vlogs about shooting out in the field with various systems and cameras and all the rest of it. So I'm looking forward to that. I hope you are as well. So this video is another one in the series of the sort of ad hoc series of photo books and zines, and I'm looking at this photo book here, Steve McCurry, Untold Stories Behind the Photographs. I edged for a while on whether to buy this book or not. You'll all know that Steve McCurry is famous for this picture right here, this Afghan girl with the haunting green eyes. But there's much more to Steve McCurry than just that image, of course. And actually the stories are pretty interesting stuff. His career seems to have kick-started in the Afghan war. I think, if I remember the story correctly, that he was in northern India, and he was a photojournalist at the time, and sort of one of many, and he took a bit of a risk and got some guys to smuggle him across the border into Afghanistan so he could photograph that war. Pretty foolhardy in many respects, but my goodness, that made the guy's career, and the story of that is pretty fascinating. Another series in here that I really enjoyed was his travels through India by train, and I think he was sort of following in the footsteps of a travel writer whose name escapes me right now. Give me a moment and I will find out. Yep, got it. He was a travel writer, Paul Theroux. Paul Theroux wrote a number of books about train travel across various countries and continents, and Steve McCurry went off following sort of in those footsteps and did a photo diary. And it's those kinds of things that really sort of match with the way that I'm seeing my photography in recent years. This idea of a series of photographs to tell stories, but I'm taking that a step further as I get into the MFA and hopefully the PhD. So this is my sort of latest book for you. I've had this for quite a while now. I haven't been through the whole thing, but the stories that I have read I've really enjoyed, particularly the Afghan war and the Paul Theroux thing where he's sort of going on the train journeys. There are many more in here for me to enjoy in the coming years. But let me tell you, I would highly recommend this book. It's excellent. The images are phenomenal. The idea of photographs in series is one that resonates strongly for me, and the stories behind them are really, really interesting. So we're going to have a look at a few images, as we normally do in these little videos, and we'll see what we shall see. So I hope that's going to have been of some interest for you, and if you've got this book, or you get it, or you're intending to get it, I'd love to hear from you and hear what you think about it. Very, 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 very impressive work by somebody who I'm sure we all admire. So let's have a look at what's inside this book in terms of the images, if not the rest of the stories. Thanks for watching. Okay, so here's the book, and I'm just going to flick through a few pages and we'll have a look at what we find. I'm going to start off with these images from the Afghan War. We'll just have a quick look at a few of those. And here are some of his images as they appear in the New York Times. There's a contact sheet here. So there's plenty in this book, and it's it's a very thorough, well-researched piece. Here's a great image. Mujahideen. And it was the Mujahideen, I believe, that smuggled him across the border, because the Afghans, of course, were fighting with the Russians at this time. So I'm sure you'll agree with me, that's pretty impressive photography. This is the story of the India by rail, where he's gone travelling on the Indian railways in the steps of Paul Theroux to some degree. And again, you can see there's plenty of support material. Not just the photographs, there's the story and the maps and the tickets are all there. He must have collected and saved this stuff over decades. Not me, I throw everything away. In fact, you wouldn't get tickets these days, would you? Everything's online. Beautiful, beautiful, stunning images. And then this is a story about the monsoon in India. So we're off the railways now. And you can see his notebooks and plans and all the rest of it. So let's flick a bit further forwards. So we've got oil field fires, oil spills, and we'll flick again to Angkor Wat, and this is his slides from Angkor Wat, which are sort of annotated, ready for sending out to magazines and such. This is how they did it in the old days, before sort of Lightroom and email and websites. Stunning. Brilliant, brilliant book from a brilliant photographer. So there it is, published by Phaidon. As I say, if you've got this book or you've enjoyed it yourself or you're going to get it, love to hear from you. Let me know what you think. That's what I've got for you. Bye for now.